Hello, my dear friends on YouTube. It's been a while. I'm not Corey Kenshin, but I did have a couple subscribers. I do have still a couple subscribers, and I've been missing you guys. And so I wanted to talk about what my life has been like since the passing of one of my family members, since I had to cut ties with some of my family members, and living in America right now, and also my journey with seeking God. It's been real, you guys, and I'm so sorry about this. Like, staying right here, I've been drinking carrot juice. Yeah, let's get into it. I kind of wanted to get into what my life is currently like after the passing of my family member. Some of you guys might know who it was. It was my mom. We had lived together for maybe like 20 years of my life together, or honestly, I want to say like on and off, so maybe like a good 12 years, because we moved to America. My mom brought me to America, and we came from Ukraine. Shout out to Ukraine. I support you guys with my whole heart, because it's crazy out there. But me and my mom was a single parent by choice. She thought that there's more to life, um, because she was very ambitious. She wanted more for me and for herself, so she brought us here to America. Got divorced, and then we lived on our own. So my dad would try to reach out. I would talk to my grandparents here and there, but it kind of seemed like she never really got a lot of support from them. So it was just kind of like my mom had to figure it out. And she brought up a really good business for us, and I kind of helped her with the business. So she was a boss lady, so I'm really proud of my mom, and even like who she made me to become, but at the same time, after her passing, it was really hard. It's been like a year, but I remember the first couple of days, I would try to get my mind off of it, and I would have, my ASMR channel, so I try to make some ASMR videos, from like her passing, to try to, I don't know what I was doing, honestly. Like, maybe it was closure, maybe it was a coping mechanism. Also, after it happened, I couldn't eat by myself. I would be really scared, so I would sit on the balcony and try to eat like food. It was really weird. I don't know what I was doing or why I was doing that. Um, my mom was everything to me, honestly, and now I don't really cry about it as soon as like I talk about it. It takes me like a minute, but back then when I would try to talk about it with anybody, like a year ago, a couple months back, basically, I would just start bawling my eyes out. Sometimes it still happens because where I live at currently, her job is like right next door, so it's like I um I see those people sometimes, and they're amazing people. Like, everybody showed up to her funeral. It was amazing. And they're still so kind, so nice to me, and they remember me, and we talk about her, and I just, you know. Um, but a couple months before she passed away, I started to have this really bad cough, and I don't know where it came from. I thought I was getting sick, but after she passed away, I would cough multiple times a day. And um, today, in the present, a year after what happened, I still cough sometimes, a little bit less than what it was like back then. But I got to go to New York, and over there, New Jersey specifically. First, it was New Jersey. We had an apartment in New York, and we were heading there, and I wanted to stop at an emergency room. And the guy there was like, I don't want to treat you. I don't want to look at you. You have anxiety. He was just like, you have anxiety. It's that phone. So I don't know if that was very professional, but I think I needed to hear that anyways. So um, it did bring a lot of closure to me, because I wanted to hear it. Like, I wanted to hear, like, what is it? So I was thinking that it could be anxiety, but one thing to take away from that, guy, is stop being stressed. Like, stress really gets you physically. Um, like, because everybody will tell me you're perfectly healthy, and I'm like, thank God that I'm perfectly healthy. But knowing that that cough was getting to me, like, sometimes it still like randomly comes up, but not as much as it was before. And I thank God for like bringing me to a point where I feel much healthier. But I feel like there's certain triggers that just cause me to have that like physical cough, which like I don't have that cough anywhere else, you know. There's just certain places, certain things that will make me start coughing. So I guess like stress, anxiety really does manifest physically. I didn't know that. I never thought that could happen to me, honestly. So I don't know, like maybe we were like stressed before when my mom was alive, and so it just kind of all transpired, all built up for it to become like a physical thing where the cough just scared me. Like, honestly, there would be times where I thought that like something could happen because my cough was like so bad, you know, like, and it was really bad. It was a really bad cough. It felt so real too. Sometimes in the present I'll wake up and I'll have like, I feel like either it's like a panic, like my body's going into a panic mode almost, like in the middle of the night, and I don't know why. It's been kind of recent, and I'm not sure, like it could be like stress too, like underwhelming stress. um but that's something that I've also kind of been praying about to God, because that's been real. That's been crazy. Honestly, there's never a day in my life that I don't think about my mom, that um, I don't try to talk to her, or I try to just like kind of pray about it, um, or just pray about the, you know, blessing of my future. um, because there's so many things in my life that I'm just like, I'm so grateful, but at the same time I'm like, why is this happening, why is that happening? I think I'm just like an overthinker, um, very anxious person. I try not to be, but I'm not sure like sometimes how to relax, just relax. But after that happened, the first couple of days, my grandparents helped me out, and I was very grateful to them for that. But my that side of the family, they decided to assume that I or my husband had anything to do with the fact that my mom passed away, and that upsets me to this day. Because it's like, how could you possibly say that? Like, bro, like what? You know, like I can't possibly comprehend. I can't come up with a response for that, because I'm like, why would you even think that? That was the most horrible way to um for somebody like me to like already have those thoughts, like how could this even happen? Because like the way that it happened is just like, I woke up and I go over to, you know, that area, and that's where it happened. It was just so random, like it just happened one morning. Like I had my door closed, everything, like it was just like I had no idea that like my mom passed away, you know. It was crazy. And I like, when I had called my grandparents, um like they were telling me what to do, like, you know, all the steps and everything, but they were also like, we will see if like if you had anything to do with it. And I'm just like, that's insane, like for you guys to say, like honestly, like it was just like a wow. Like, I'm grateful for the help, because they helped a lot with like the funeral and everything. But at the same time, it was just so hard to deal with the fact that it's like, this is my own mom. We've had some like arguments occasionally and stuff like that. My mom had asthma, and so I know it was very hard for her to deal with those things. It was also very hard for me to navigate my life around those things, But like, how could you like possibly say that to me, that like I would like actually do something to my own mom, knowing how much like I love my mom, you know? So that like that rubbed me the wrong way. That hurts to this day. And eventually we kind of just stopped talking. I tried to be as nice as possible, but my grandparents kept saying that like the decisions I'm making are wrong. And um I was like, you know what, like, please don't talk like that to me anymore. Like, that's not okay. Like, I'm going to make the decisions and make the choices that, I have the free will to do. And that's perfectly okay, especially at my age. I'm 22 right now. I turned 22 in September. So it's like I spent my first birthday without my mom too. So to tell me like kind of like rude, really rude things, like I could not handle that anymore. It's like every time I would hop on a call, it's just blah 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 blah, and it's like rude. And then they were trying to tell me that they weren't being rude, and I'm like, you were rude. Like, that was rude. Like, that's not okay to say. um because like me being grateful and me trying to build a relationship with my grandparents, um but them at the same time being that way to me was not okay. So I'm just like, you know what, I thank you, peace out. Like, you can deal with whatever you're dealing with on your own. Like, I don't feel comfortable. I don't need that type of behavior surrounding me during moments like that. Because like, I had a lot of different thoughts that were very dark after like that happened. Like, I was already going through it kind of like when my mom was alive, like trying to figure out like my life, like, you're navigating your life and stuff like that after college and stuff. But to like have already like thoughts going through your mind, like, um it's just um like how do I even put that? Like, after it happened, I had people around me, but I went into like this survival mode of like, what am I gonna do on my own? I wasn't on my own. Like, thank God that I had people like around me. I had so much help around me. But at the same time, the first thing I thought of was, what am I gonna do, so it's like, that was crazy, like, for my family to kind of be rude. But I think it's just something that they have, that is their own issues, that I can't really put that on myself, especially what like I'm going through, what I've been through, you know um the second thing that I wanted to talk about is just um how America is, how America's been. And I wanted to talk about after the fact that my president Zelensky came to America, and he was, you know, like talking with Trump. And um, that random man was like telling Zelensky, "Why are you not in a suit?" That was so weird. I thought that was really stupid to even ask. Like, what do you mean? Like, so because like my people are watching him, and if they see him in a suit while he's in America, they think he's like partying or something. Why would he wear a suit? You wear nice clothes usually, like in my country, when you're like really nice clothes, like a suit. If you're like celebrating something, what does he have to celebrate if his country is in a war, if people are dying every day, people are dying over there? And that like is so upsetting. And I'm so sorry to the families that even lost their lives, because I know how difficult that feeling is. I don't know how difficult it is to be in a state of war. um, but I'm so sorry. And knowing how much America has already taken from other countries, um, and then be like, like, other countries are third world countries, but our America, this country is third world country in like intelligence and everything else. Because um other countries, when I look at videos, um, even just remembering simply growing up, because I was in Ukraine about until I was 9 years old. Um, all the like the fruits that grow on trees, bro, like the air, the food, bro, like the food. Why am I going inside of Whole Foods and I see two of the same vegetables and one says organic and the other one is apparently not organic? You are Whole Foods. Your whole brand is about having organic food. Why is it just not organic food then? You know? Why am I even having to go to another grocery store? Huh? And because they're selling real food supposedly, and then I have to pay more for it too. Huh? Like, are you for real? That is the most insane thing. Like, Americans will be like okay with it, but I'm just, every time I go in, I'm like, this gotta be a joke. This is a joke. This is crazy. You guys are out of your minds. Um, yeah, so nothing is really real here, to be honest. Like, even when you communicate with people, they say like, oh, hey, like, how are you doing? And then they'll be like, oh, like, like, did you know that like the way that you came into work dressed today is unprofessional, or like something like that. um and like, just be direct, like, hey, like, your outfit's not professional. I'm just giving an example, but you know what I mean. Like, people be like, hey, how are you? It's kind of nice, but nobody's actually gonna tell you how are you. Like, it's just like a starting conversation point. And it's kind of odd. It's just like a, you know like. And then I was watching this other video of this lady on Instagram, and she lives in Africa, and she was saying how she's just gonna go over to get some salt from her neighbor. And I was like, you know what, yeah, I want to get salt from my neighbor too. But if I do that, I'm weird. Like, if I knock on somebody's door, they're gonna call the police on me. Like, maybe in a good neighborhood, like in one of those like rich neighborhoods, they'll do that. Maybe they'll be like, who is this trespasser, you know um yeah, that's how it feels. That's really how it feels, because like, even in my country, I remember my grandma, she used to send me with eggs and sugar to one of her friends, because we didn't live in, like, it's not a village. Like, in my country, people always be like, oh, she came from a village. It's not a village. It's like just like a community. Like, we lived in near the lake. It was like a lake house, but it was like kind of like everybody has their own pier, and it just goes straight down, and there's houses on that side and there's houses on that side, and then like everybody has like a pier, and then there's like that little like area where the cars drive by. So I would just walk over there and like bring my grandma's friend eggs and sugar, and I would come back home. It wasn't that far of a walk. It was just like maybe like 6 houses down if I'm just walking that way and then like back. And we would have like also like parties, like like community parties, like during, like, it was just like holidays, and like somebody from one of the houses would host it, and it'd be by the water. It was super fun, and I'm just like, that's crazy. Like, American culture is all like, isolate yourself, you're an individual, like, like, no, you're not an individual. Like, all we need is community. It's just been crazy. That's partially another reason why I stopped doing ASMR. um like, I gotta say, like, some of the people that watch ASMR are are built different. I'm sorry, guys, like, they're built different. um the people that do the ASMR videos are also built different. I noticed how I was making videos, and some of the videos that I was making were kind of like lustful, if I gotta say. Like, why am I out here sitting, like, laying down on my bed and like whispering? Like, that's kind of weird, like, not everybody, like, some people in my comment section would actually make weird requests, and I would just be like, okay, you know what, I feel like the people that are watching some of my videos are not there, like, not, yeah, like, there, it's not the, like, it's not with good intentions, and what I was doing was probably not in good intentions. Some people whisper and just, like, make their bank, but I got a lot of subscribers from that, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you guys that has maybe stayed and is waiting for a video to come out. But I don't think I'm gonna be making any more SMR videos. It was very dreadful making them because I was always like, what can I do to, get more views? And it would always have to be something that was like very lustful, like with lustful intentions, because I was just like, I don't know how else to grow this channel. Um, like I did some reviews too before, but I'm just like not sure. Like I don't know if it's me, but I also felt like whenever I would see other people's channels recommended, or what like other people were watching before my videos, it was always like somebody doing weird stuff as like a ASM artist. Like somebody did like ASMR yoga and like stuff like that, and it looked very, you know what I mean, like very, it's kind of inappropriate. And I was just like, I should do that too, yo. And I would do that and it would get, the views, but I don't think that was right to do. So I just kind of stopped. I switched over to making like Ukrainian videos, like vlogs in my own language, and I really love doing that. I think I might, do a little bit more of that too. Because I just really love talking in my language. I miss my culture. I feel like I've been mostly searching for um, all these different cultures to call my home, because when I moved to America, it feels like there isn't a big culture here. Burger, just burger, and hey, how you doing? And that baby lock them doors and turn the lights down low. Like that's the culture. Boots, and also pumpkin spice latte. I can't deal with it, you guys. Yeah, like I would see all these different other countries, and it's unreal how beautiful those countries look. And I feel like if America wasn't exploiting them, like the people above that make all the decisions for the people that, you know, have no say in those decisions, like those people would be living really good. Like there's a reason why a lot of Americans um, are kind of like, their chromosomes are coming back together, and they they have they have like saved their money and moved to other countries, like because like who, I mean, like you don't really want to be here, you only want to be here because they pay you here good minimum wage. Like, you can be in the comments and say like, why'd your mom bring you here then? Because like the same thing, like America's doing stuff to other countries literally, and then those countries are just not able to survive. Like they have to do things that might not be normal, because America has put them in such a state of like disparity, poverty, bro, suffering, things that people just have to do because they're just trying to survive. Like the things of selling your kids off to somebody who has money. Yeah, because why? Like, why do you think? Like, and they just want to be like, oh, like those countries are not normal. Why do you think that? Why do you think that? Like, because at the same time, like, can you really say that it's normal that they just randomly came out with a ban in abortions in America in some of the states? Why? Like, why do y'all care so much? Like, why is that a problem? I really don't understand why that's been a problem. But despite all of that, I don't want to be negative. Let's talk about the positives. Um, I got to go to New York, and when I got there, me and my husband, because I couldn't stay in Texas. Like, I was living in Texas and I couldn't stay there. It just sucked. It really sucked. Like, after everything that happened last year, I couldn't even look at Texas. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I love Texas. I do, but at the time I couldn't be here. Like, I couldn't be here. I couldn't deal with any of that. Um yeah. Yeah, so we were in New York. But what I wanted to talk about was how I thought that I manifested New York. I wanted to go to New York since I was a little girl. Like I wanted to it was either gonna be Paris or New York. Like when I was a little girl, I told this random a man who came to my school to ask all of us what we want to be or like when we grow up and stuff like that, and like teach us how to like um, kind of work our way towards like a really good career. So I was like, I wanted to be a writer. And I was like, I'm gonna be sitting on the balcony and I'm gonna be writing and I'm gonna be drinking my coffee, you know? So that's what I told him. And I was like, once we got to New York, I was like, wow, like, yo, like I manifested that. But did I really? Like, did I think it was just because of those YouTube videos that I was watching that was like, manifest your life, you know, lie until you make it, fake it till you make it. Yes, girl. But I just felt like that was stupid. I didn't manifest it. God has brought me there for a reason. Um, God has allowed me to be there. God has brought me over there. I became very, very like God seeking, I want to say. I want to also say that I don't like labels. Um, there's so many different religions, you know, and they all fight over like who's the best one. And so I don't want to call myself like a religion specific person. I want to say that I'm God seeking and I am only God seeking. I've read the Bible and I've also been reading the Bhagavad Gita, which is my husband's religion. That's where he goes to. Um, but I want to dip my toes into everything. It's not like saying, like, you know, like one of those books will get me into heaven. It's just like I want to feel what's real, what feels real to me. And I forgot to mention when the first like couple of weeks after I had told one of my mom's friends about what happened. She called me. I was like, my mom passed away. She was like, you're joking. I'm like, no, I'm not joking. And she told another friend, and that friend took me to church here in Texas. It's called the Watermark Church. I love that church. I love that church so much. And then my husband, like way back before we got married, he took me to his temple. It's a Krishna temple. So they believe like in Krishna consciousness. Um, and at first I was a little intimidated by that temple because it didn't look very diverse, you know what I mean? Like I'm just like, I don't want to just look like one white girl there. um but when we came to New York, things changed for me. There is a place, it's called the Bhagavad Gita Center. No, sorry, I'm sorry, it's called the Bhakti Center. The Bhakti Center. And that place, if you're in New York, if you're going to New York, that's the first place you need to visit. I'm so serious. That's the first place you need to visit. Put that on your list. Add that to your list. That place is so amazing. Like you step in there Tuesday and Thursdays, amazing. Amazing, bro. It's free. You don't even have to pay anything. You just pay your $2.99 train card thing, Metro card, and get on the train and go over there. It's so nice. It's so nice. There's temples, very welcoming. It was just very diverse. It was more diverse. It felt more like I was included there. It felt like I was given a chance. You know what I mean? And for a while I was like, why does it feel like I have to do so many things to get into to feel like I'm part of the religion? I felt like it was just because of the culture. Like I felt like it was just for a specific culture, but when I got to New York, it really felt like, wow, like everybody's here. Um like all types of people, you know what I mean? Like from all different ethnicities. So that felt very welcoming to me. It felt affirming. I felt comforted. And I really felt God's presence. I felt God's presence just like everywhere, you know, like I felt his presence at the temple, at that Bhakti Center, at the Watermark Church, and I've just been going to both kind of. I don't know if I'll explore other religions, but I'm happy so far to just study these two. Um, I'm so happy to read the Bible. I'm so happy to like listen to the worship music. I don't listen to worship music completely. I listen to the secular music as well. But I think what's important is what's in your heart, and just being open with God, not trying to be like, like I'm coming to church, like, here God, here I am, and then like the rest of the week you're a piece of garbage to humanity. So it's like you have to be real with yourself, you have to be real with God of where you're trying to get, who you are, like because it's not about the people, it's not about even fitting in with the community. Honestly, it feels good, it feels like it brings you closer, it motivates you, because it's like if a community doesn't want you, then like that's a problem with a lot of people. I feel like when a community makes you hate yourself, you hate the community, and then you're like, man, f these people. And honestly, like when I've read the Bible, people do the same things in the Bible as well. So it's like don't listen to the people, don't listen to what they gotta say at these churches to you, these older ladies, whoever it is, bro. Stop listening to these people. Like they don't do, if they're not making sense, don't listen to them. Like there is a in God's word, someone in there says that, you know um you don't know what will happen tomorrow. Don't boast about it. Like stop giving people stupid advice. um yeah, yeah, it's just simple. The word lukewarm to me, I really don't understand it, because it's like like you, like that's the face I make when people are saying like I used to be lukewarm. It's like a, because it's like, like you are in the world and stuff is going to happen, obviously. All you can do is pray about it. You can put more time with God, I feel like, whereas you putting more time into the world, and that's where you kind of notice your shift of where like the Bhagavad Gita, the book, in the book it says that your taste might still be there, but you might not want it. You know what I mean? And I felt like that the first time when I had meat, and like in the religion of Krishna consciousness, you you aren't really supposed to eat meat, because Krishna himself doesn't want to kill animals. But in the Bible, it's like it says it's okay. So some people, they're like, this is why I'm more Krishna consciousness. But in nowhere does it say that God himself was, eating meat. He's probably just like, these people are already slow, and so like just let these crazy people eat. I don't know, but it I had some meat, and I was like, you know what? I don't even know why I'm eating this right now. Like I'm not really into it like that, but I had the craving, so that's why I was eating it. But it was just like I was just like, I don't really want this. That's kind of what I'm trying to explain, is that's how I felt about it. um Sometimes I'm like, okay, like I would want some meat. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't want it. I feel like it just depends on how much time I'm putting into spending time with God, to where like my perspective shifts, the way that I move shifts, the way that I dress shifts. Because like a lot of even content creators on here, they'll say themselves that after they've spent more time with God, they don't even want to dress worldly, which is like validation seeking, which comes from like all these different spirits that kind of want to overpower you with these worldly, like materialistic aspects that don't align with any of us. They shouldn't align with any of us. But or they'll be like, oh, it's the American culture. Like if you've seen those like um there's I've seen teenagers, I've seen adult women where they will just rock a oversized t-shirt and it looks like they have no pants. what kind of culture is that, bro? Like I don't understand that, because like any other culture, people have like, they have clothes on, you know what I mean? Like I don't understand. I'm sorry, like I don't care, like I don't understand. I'm gonna judge. I don't understand. Like, and what I realized from all of that is I've also seen a video of this girl that she was just doing like a workout with like this guy, and it was on Instagram. And I was just sitting there watching that, and it was just like, oh, it's a love story, blah blah, you know, there's the cute ones. And I was like, this girl, like, how old is she? And it said that she was 21. I'm 22. And I'm just like, low key, I've been made to feel like I'm like 30 right now. And I was like, or like 40, like going 30, going on 40 or something. I don't know. But dude, like, as soon as I felt like that, I went out and I went shopping for like the cutest mini skirts. But even like today, I still question that choice, because I feel like I want to be more modest for God. But those, I don't know, those do have like shorts under them. They're not just like mini skirts where they're like, you know, just showing off your your backside completely. But still, like, I do think about my choices, and I'm like, would this honor God? Is what I'm doing honoring God? Another thing that I've learned from my experience is that it's not about really being like, oh, I'm so sorry, God, that I did that. Um, or like being like, oh my God, like Jesus died for a sin, so like I can continue to act this way. It's being aware, and it's, you know, doing what God put in those commandments, where he put that in Deuteronomy, and it said like, put those commandments on your forehead, bro. Like, sleep with those commandments, tell those commandments to your kids, bro, everything. So yeah, but I do kind of realize with everything that's been happening to me is I am just 22. Like, I feel like I'm still a kid. I feel like there's a lot to learn in my life. And it's like, you're never too old, you know what I mean? You're never too old to start over, and you're never too old to find God. I feel like when my mom died, I really started taking God more seriously. So that's one thing. But I feel also like God has really brought me to a lot of places where sometimes I feel like I don't know how I would have made it without God. So I just feel like even me being in New York was because of God. Like, God has allowed me to be there. Um, God has helped me out so much. I've got to say, like, because I have the support of people, I also can see that a lot of these people have their own flaws. I can't always come to everything to those people, but I can find some comfort in them. But like, who we all should be seeking is God, more than like the validation, or even just like trying to excel in places like our careers, or I don't know, in anything else like that you're trying to get, or trying to be the best at something. Like, you should just go to God about everything. um God is like the creator of everything. And if you guys, you know, are confused about like Krishna consciousness, so technically, Krishna consciousness, Krishna himself is God. But I have still yet to figure out exactly like what, like how it kind of makes all the sense, because I'm like, is Krishna the same God as God in the Bible? Like, I be a little confused, because some people want to say that Krishna is almost like Jesus, but I know that some people in the Krishna community also see how the Bible is like they respect the Bible. Some people in Krishna consciousness, they're like, you know, like, this is why I'm not a Christian. But you know, that's why I don't want to put labels on myself. Like, I just want to be a follower of what's good and what I feel like is godly, or what does honor God. And kind of from what I've seen so far, like, my husband's religion has really helped me too. Like, we'll like sing to worship God, we'll chant a mantra, which is like, it's like, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In the regular church, we sing worship songs, you know, in English. But you kind of have to think about it like Christianity is not American. Like Christianity came from like Israel, and the New Testament only mentions the word Christianity like 3 times. I googled it. I'm not done with the Bible, but I googled it because I was like, who's out here calling themselves? So I'm just like, you know, it doesn't really make sense to me. The New Testament, like that's got to be somebody that like came up with that. They were just like, oh, okay, like I'm a follower of Christ, so I gotta be Christian. And yeah, and but I don't know. I just kind of want to be like okay, like I wanna try to do the right thing, and even if I don't do the right thing, I'm trying to move with a pure heart as best as I can. Like I'm trying to have the intention set to seek God, and I feel like God has brought me to places where I can seek him. Like and because of that, I feel like God doesn't only exist in one religion and it being just Christianity. You can go here one day and here the other day and then to this other place another day, and still find God there. But you can also find God within you, because like when we moved from New York to this apartment, because New York is a little expensive, like we were getting charged extra fees and we couldn't really. We were like, you know what, this isn't gonna. Yeah, but I really missed it. I missed the Bhakti Center a lot. But I was like, you know, they have the church here too, and I started coming to the temple more here, the Krishna temple. I'm feeling a little bit more welcome. Because I'm like seeing that people in New York are it's so diverse over there. It's like, you know, let's give it another shot, and it feels better. It feels a lot better, and I feel like my husband supports me. He's always like pulling up the transcripts of if like somebody's not singing a mantra and they're singing something else to worship God, like it's, you know, it's in Indian, so like and sometimes he doesn't even know, so like he'll pull it up and we'll, you know, read it together and sing like it's in. I'm learning how to play the instruments. It's really nice. Like it feels really nice, and it's like if I'm knowing that I'm trying to praise God, I'm trying to worship God, then that's what matters. Not that you're like, oh, like I'm like a pure Christian. So what, bro? Like you can be a pure Christian and we're all still farting the same. You know? What are you gonna do about that? In the Bible, it also talked about how Moses couldn't deal with the people of Israel anymore. Like he got so frustrated with them that he had to strike a rock, and he was like, "I gave you guys water, like drink that water, bruh." And God came to him and he was like, "Did you tell him that water came out of the rock because you striked it?" And he's like, "You were supposed to tell them that I had brought the water from the rock." And he was basically like, "You can't go to the land of milk and honey." Yeah, because like those people got him so frustrated. Like that's like it's like that's what I guess I even needed to hear. Like I didn't say that to myself before, but I was like, I, you know what, I need to hear that. Because it's like some people will frustrate you with like where you need to be, where you like what religion you need to be, and it will literally just worsen your relationship with God, possibly because of like all these people that are being irritating, telling you what you can and can't do, about how you go about praising God. But I really feel like God has brought so many blessings into my life. It's because of God that I am here where I am today, with his blessings. Like sometimes it literally just makes me cry. Like it's like tears of joy, you know, because it's like, wow, like God really did that for me. God does so much for me. And he was even there with when my mom was alive, and it's like he was there for me when she, you know, passed away. Like he really is God. Like God is not even a word for how much of a great king God is. And like I thank God for being able to like speak today, like being able to express just how much love I have for the greatest king that lives above all of us, like the ultimate creator. There's no words that I can describe um how grateful I feel for um, our God. And it's not really hard to build a relationship with God if you're just studying His Word, if you're trying to follow His Word, to get close to Him, you know? So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I also like even got this apartment because of God. Me and my husband like got here like I'm literally unemployed right now. Like my husband's the only one working. And so I'm like, how did we get this apartment? I don't know, but I feel like I praise God because He has gotten this apartment for us, because He takes care of us and He takes care of people that believe in Him and praise Him as much as possible for everything that happens. So yeah, that's what I came on here to say today. I hope that maybe I will make more videos soon. I'm hoping to make like vlog videos. I hope to make like travel videos, if God allows it, more godly videos. So yeah, positive videos. Thank you guys for watching. Those who stayed this long, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. All my love goes out to you guys. Bye.